I've been waiting all my life. I've been spending all my nights, contemplating all my tries.
What's going on, everyone? I know it's been a minute, but by the time you guys actually get to check out this video, I probably have watched this movie twice, and that is Creed 3. Michael B. Jordan makes his directional debut with this third installment to his starring role, as well as the 9th chapter in the Rockyverse. With this size and scale of production, the pressure was really on Jordan behind and in front of the camera in order to keep this franchise beating. But in the words of my best friend and fellow critic Aaron Medeiros, he directed the shit out of this one. As an actor, Jordan has matured the character of Adonis Creed. He retires the boxing gloves and decides to focus on quality time with his family, especially with his daughter, who now has a prevalent role in this installment. And he also contributes to the boxing community, helping underdogs earn a title shot. But we learn soon enough that he has a piece of his past that finally catches up to him, and it finally starts to take a turn. As a filmmaker, Jordan makes bold decisions in telling the next chapter to Creed's journey, as well as unveiling a piece of the past that he chooses to forget. His direction of all the cast members, from his family members to the new antagonist, offers some compelling layers, especially with the relationship seen on screen. Jordan's inspiration and love for anime is put on display here. The way the fight sequences are executed, shot, and edited, the action looks and feels different than what you're used to seeing in this franchise, especially with what happens in the third act. I can see that some fans might be against this decision, but if I'm gonna be honest, I think it keeps things fresh and invigorating. To address the elephant in the room, it was very unfortunate to what happened behind the scenes between Sylvester Stallone and the producers involving the rights to the Rocky Balboa character. The fact that he is still labeled producer for this particular installment, but doesn't plan to see this film nor support this film any way, shape, or form is quite sad. His absence does leave holes in this script, and if I'm gonna be honest, I think that it strengthens the existing characters and story to stand on its own merits. Without Mr. Balboa, I think that the relationships and spotlight with Adonis's daughter Amara, Bianca, Mary Ann, Duke, and even the new character Damien really get to spread their wings, and they get to fill in a lot of the love, a lot of the drama that happens in the story. I also really like the father-daughter dynamic between Adonis and Amara, and the way that she sparks an interest to want to learn how to fight like her father. It's almost the same elements that I really admired about Rocky 5 and 6. And I know a lot of people don't like 5 and 6, but I really like that whole complicated relationship with Rocky and his son Robert, where in part 5 he was really interested in wanting to fight because his dad was the fighter, he was the star. And then in 6, he doesn't want to live in that spotlight anymore. He's matured, and they see two completely different paths. And if they ever do make a Creed 4, I would like to see that, you know, that dramatic story kind of evolve and bleed through between Adonis and Amara. That would be kind of awesome. Guys, we got to talk about Jonathan Majors and the way he's just tearing through Hollywood recently with his filmography slate that started off with movies like The Five Bloods to last month's Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Kang the Conqueror. He plays Adonis's childhood friend, Damien Anderson, who soon becomes his rising nemesis in the ring. And I know he stays in real good shape in real life. The ladies will know that. But damn, he got ripped for this role, and he dishes out and serves a really good beating. I also thought it was funny that they were making fun of the Dame character for being older in The Contender of boxing, especially the fact that he's actually 2 years younger than Michael B. Jordan. I'm like, why are you guys calling him grandpa? But Major's performance is so good in this movie that he came off as Robert De Niro in Cape Fear, or even Mark Wahlberg in Fear. An intimidating but charming individual that flips the script and takes things to a much more intimidating and dangerous territories. What makes the Damien character a much better and outstanding and threatening villain of the entire franchise is his relationship with Adonis. And you can see that towards the end of the first act that they had a lost brotherly rapport, not forgotten, but lost. And they just kind of pick it up just like that. They click. And there's a sense of vulnerability. And as we move towards the second and third act, there's this anger and tension that just finally explodes into rivalry when they're just kind of neck and neck in the ring. As the past unfolds and events just begin to rise, you can see that both characters have something worth fighting for, and it really tugs at you in the final fight scene, whether which character should win or lose, who's in the right, who's wrong. And I love that it made the match quite rich and very emotional. That makes great cinema. In a recent interview, they did mention something about doing spin-offs, kind of like what Creed was to Rocky, expanding on this whole universe, and I thought that would be interesting, or they would follow in each other's footsteps. But if they do decide to do a fourth and follow-up film to Creed, I wouldn't mind that either. But if not, this made one hell of a trilogy. Overall, this third installment was undoubtedly impressive. I would love to see Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors work together once again, and I gotta say, they are a pair of brass knuckles who deliver a blockbuster knockout. Guys, go ahead, check it out while it's still in theaters. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'm Jaren Ugbanawag. Look forward to more reviews, and I will see you guys at the movies. Take care.